What's up guys? So this video is about weighing in daily, tracking your weight on a daily basis. Comes from a question that I asked on my Instagram, which was, is tracking your weight daily too much? And an overwhelming percentage, about 60% of people said yes, it's too much, it's almost obsessive. And this is my video on why that is wrong. So the scale, really simple, stepping on these every morning and keeping track of what it says, so keeping track of the weight on a daily basis for an entire month. Now, I understand that there is a fear around the scale, but that is what we need to get away from. Now, the majority of people do have this irrational fear of stepping on the scale, worrying about what number shoots back up at them. And there are loads of reasons for this, and there's loads of reasons why this happens. Now, the scale is a very useful tool if you use it properly, and the problem is a lot of people aren't using the scale properly. Now, it isn't the only thing that matters. It's not the be-all end-all thing that is the only thing you need to focus on when it comes to tracking your weight, be it weight loss, weight gain or maintenance, but it is an incredibly useful tool if you use it well. So the majority of the reason why it doesn't work for most people is because they don't take measurements frequently enough, and they don't understand how their body weight fluctuates so frequently. Now, most sort of practitioners like Weight Watchers and Slimming World, they tend to get their members to weigh in once a week, and that tends to be like a global thing. If you're trying to lose weight, sort of every Friday, every Sunday or every Monday, you step on the scale and you take that weekly measurement, you look down and you pray for the best. Now, within those 6 days between each measurement, there is so many things that can affect that scale going up or down, because as I say, your weight will fluctuate so much in such a short space of time. You can go to bed, I can go to bed being 74 kilograms, and then I'll wake up at 72.5 kilograms. Now, that isn't because I've lost body fat, but that's because of water weight and going for a pee in the morning and this, that and the other. So what I'll talk about now is the mistakes, the main mistakes people make when it comes to tracking their weight. And I've already touched on the main one, which is not taking measurements frequently enough. Because if you have, I'll use my calendar as an example. If you measure yourself, you measure your body weight once a week, okay, let's say it's Friday and it's April, that is only 4 pieces of data that you are collecting. And in between there, those 6 days, anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. For women, it could be your time of the month, which guarantees that you're going to be holding on to water weight, and I guarantee you will not lose weight if you're on your period as a woman. For men, it could be anything. You could have had, and women, you could have had carbs the night before, you could have an excess amount of salt the night before, you could just need to go for a shit, but you've taken your measurement before that. There are so many variables that can make your weight go up. Versus if you took frequent measurements almost every day of the week, because now you have 30 pieces of data that you can use and look at and go, oh look, that week my weight went up, I was on my period that week, oh that makes sense, that happened last month as well. So you can link back to what is causing your weight to increase. I'll leave that there, I can't be bothered to put it up. So data collection, the frequency of how often you collect the data is super important. Now, timing is also very important. Now again, these practitioners like Weight Watchers and Slimming World, it tends to be a end of the day thing, an end of the day meeting after everyone's finished work. They will go and they will step on the scales. I find a lot of people as well stepping on the scales at the gym, you know, be it in the morning after breakfast or in the afternoon when they finish work, sort of looking down, stepping on the scale after a workout. Now, again, timing is everything. What you have to imagine is whatever you've eaten or drunk throughout the day is now inside you. and that is now going to be represented on the scale. So whatever you've had for breakfast, for lunch, the snacks in between, the 2 coffees you had, the tea, the bottle of water, that's all inside you. And that is now going to be represented on the scale. So it's not a true measurement of your true body weight. Now, the best way to get around this is to wake up in the morning. I get all my clients to do this, online clients. Wake up in the morning, go for a pee, go for a crap if you need to. Don't drink anything yet. Step on the scales and take that measurement. That way, you're more likely to get the truest weight that is your true weight. It is going to be the easiest way to get the most accurate result with your weight on that morning. So don't drink anything, don't eat anything, go for a pee, wake up, set on the scale, put it into your phone, and just forget about that piece of information, because that's all it is. It is just information. Now again, I'll just finish off with this bit because this again is a very key bit. Hormones will change your body weight massively. This is mainly for the women, but during your time of the month, you will guarantee you will see an increase on the scale. For probably 3 days before, the week during, and then it will probably dissipate the 3 days after. You're going to see an increase on the scale, and it's understanding that. And the reason why a lot of people fail with the scale is because they have these extreme reactions to their measurement. So they've lost 4 pounds. Oh, this is great, this is amazing. I can, go and eat something and reward myself. And it could be carby, and then the next day they're heavier and they're going, I just don't understand this. Or they could drop 2 pounds. Or they could gain 2 pounds and be like, oh my God, I've been working so hard this week, why is this happening? Not realising that they're 2 days off their period and they're going to gain weight. Or they had carbs the night before, which means they weigh heavier because of water weight. There are so many variables that change your body weight, which is why it's important to get as frequent as possible measurements. And that's why I say daily. Now, I've covered the mistakes people make and how to use the scale properly. So now, put it into practice. Prove me wrong. Go from now the 3rd of March, you want to measure the 3rd of March to the 3rd of April. So say if you started measuring your body weight on the 1st of March, you want to compare the 1st to the 1st. You don't want to compare yesterday from today's measurement. You don't want to compare last Friday to this Friday's measurement. You want to compare the 1st of the month to the 1st of the next month. And then you have all this information in the middle that you can look at and measure. Because if you concentrate on every single little measurement, you're going to be losing your mind, because one day it's going to be up there, one day it's going to be down there. So it's looking at the broader picture, looking at the macro rather than looking at the micro measurements and going, oh shit, like I've gained 2 pounds today. That could literally be something that you ate yesterday evening, which was carby based, which means you're holding on to water. So try it. Prove me wrong, prove me right. But from the 3rd of March, track every single day and see how often your body weight fluctuates, because this is where people are so surprised. For the first week, they're kind of losing their mind because they're like, oh my God, like literally Wednesday I was 150 pounds and today like I'm 156 pounds. I really don't understand it. Measuring the 1st of the month to the 1st of the month. Looking at the bigger picture, be patient, gain that information, because that's all it is. That's all stepping on the scale is. Stepping on the scale is just collecting data. So at the end of the month, you can look at all that information and go, it's working. I'm losing weight, or I'm maintaining weight, or gaining weight. Or you can go, it's not working. Look, it's slowly going down. Measure every day. If you're going head first towards a goal, be it gain weight, maintain weight, or lose weight, measure daily. Get that information, or you're just shooting in the dark. You're just guessing and going maybe. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. Deuces.